Attention. Welcome to the Different Spectrums podcast. We dive into the wild world of mental health discussions. Get ready for profound talks, a sprinkle of humor and sarcasm, and a touch of colorful language. Just a quick heads up, our show reflects our individual opinions, which may not align with the standpoint of the podcast, our featured guests, or any related corporate entities. Our mission? To illuminate through laughter and satire because everyone needs a good chuckle. Chill out and don't stress over the small stuff. Legal troubles? No, thank you. Cancel culture? Please spare us. We'd rather keep this space lawsuit free. So buckle up, have a good time, and join us as we navigate the vibrant realm of mental health on the Different Spectrums podcast. Hey, everybody, we're back again.
Hey, we're back and we're live.
I'm Spencer, your co-host, and of course, we have our licensed clinical therapist, Nas.
Freshly shaven, Dr. Nas.
Where?
On the head.
Oh,
What do you think I was about to say?
I thought your face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my nether bits.
Always goes to dicks. 5 seconds into the pod. 5 seconds in. Wow. Anywho,
I love Don DeDon for that specific.
Exactly. That's why he watched you.
I love a good dun-dun-dun. Oh my
He's
God.
like, I did my research. All right. All right. Anywho, remember, don't take us too seriously.
Or do. That's completely up to you.
There you go. Also, don't forget to romp those likes for us. We'd really appreciate it. So, today we have a special guest. He is a storyteller and educator on a mission to rewrite how Black and minority youth see themselves in stories.
Love it.
As the force behind Weird Enough Productions, he created the Uncommons webcomic and wrote the award-winning graphic memoir, Weirdo. He's also amplifying youth literacy through Nerds for Literacy, mobilizing the nerd community to put books in hands, not just screens. So please welcome Tony Weaver to the show.
Hello. That's a great intro. Thank
you. Thank you. ChatGPT. All AI, son. This is all AI.
This is all AI. Right. We're not even real. We're fake.
I don't even know.
How often do you meet a Mexican Arab? We're AI generated.
It's all.
And I just look like Logic, so that's fine. Anywho.
What'd you say, Tony?
I said it's all a simulation.
Oh, the Matrix.
We took the blue pill. We did not take the red pill.
Viagra?
All right. So the show we're going to be covering today, we're going to be doing Naruto. Some topics we're going to be covering. We're talking about capabilities. We're going to be talking about what it means to be strong. We're also going to be talking about support from our elders and how that could affect us in the long run. Also, we're going to be talking about neurodivergence through Naruto Jutsu. So, Nas, anything before we get into the show?
It's the first time in 35 years. I have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
It's fine. I got you. Give me a moment. Let me consult the sacred text. One moment.
Oh, you about to baptize me?
Oh no, he's going to the books.
He got a book. Motherfucker, you know I got dyslexia. You got pictures?
I had to go and get the manga that the scene you just watched was pulled from. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the Sacred Text, volume 10 of Naruto. So to give you some context, I'm sure some people will see it and be like, I know what's going on. For the people that don't, Naruto, show, anime, they're ninjas. They have powers, okay? They're ninja. They call themselves ninjas, but they're really more like wizards. In Naruto, they can use different jutsu, and jutsu fall into 3 different categories: ninjutsu, which is like techniques; genjutsu, which are illusions, so I can trap you in an illusion, make you like see something; and then taijutsu, which is just hands. We just gonna throw hands. That's all taijutsu is. Taijutsu is just I'm gonna lay hands on you. And in the world of Naruto, you start as a genin, you become a chunin, and then a jonin. And if you really want to try hard, you could go a little above that. But the kids in the show are genin, and they are participating in the exam required to be chunin. So the Chunin exams is happening right now. It's a test, which is going to be important for later. And the Chunin exams is a kind of cross village thing. So multiple villages come together in order to go to whoever's hosting the Chunin exams. There's a written portion, and then there's a whole like thing in a place called the Forest of Death. That's exactly what it sounds like, where a significant amount of the applicants just straight up don't make it out. And then after that, they have a tournament style thing where, and what we see in the clip that we just watched are the preliminaries of the tournament portion of the Chunin exams, where a character named Gara, who at that time we have not learned a lot about, he has sand-based powers, he's kind of creepy. Gara is selected to fight a character named Rock Lee, and Rock Lee's whole thing is that he cannot use genjutsu or ninjutsu. So Gara, for example, he has a sand armor. And his sand armor, when he controls the sand and makes it do things, that's a jutsu. His sand clone, like literally making a clone of himself, that's a jutsu. Rock Lee cannot do any of those things. He's like, I got hands. That's all I got. I got hands. So Rock Lee kind of gets put into this fight, and you would think that it'd be a pretty easy L for him because Gara is like that. He's built different. Gara is legitimately built different. But Rock Lee makes this active decision to not give up in the fight. And instead of focusing on the fact that he doesn't have ninjutsu or genjutsu, we find out that he's basically min-maxed into his taijutsu. He's like, oh no, I'm all in on this. I have some amazing techniques and skills. And the clip that we watched was a bit accelerated. They cut a few bits out, but Rock Lee has been trying to be a ninja for his entire life. And for a significant amount of his childhood, he was told that since he didn't have genjutsu or taijutsu, there was no point in him trying in general. But Guy Sensei, his teacher, who pops up at the end, was like, you know what? I believe in you, bro. I'm going to train you in a way that I can only train somebody that has your limitations. And that's kind of how he learned the technique that he learned. So he enters the fight. He tries his hardest. He uses this technique that puts his body under immense physical pain, and ultimately he loses the battle anyway. And Gara at the end is actually moving to kill him in the Chunin exams. You can kill somebody. It's either by surrender, by interference, or by death. A kid can kill a kid. It can happen, and we give it to our middle schoolers, and it's fine. That is something that can happen. Gara moves to kill him. Guy Sensei shows up, blocks the blow, and Gara's like, why? He failed. He's weak. Why does he get to live? Why is he still allowed to be here? He failed. He's weak. He didn't accomplish the task. And Guy Sensei says that line that is iconic to me, and that literally is in my book, Weirdo, because he is my student, because he is precious to me. That's your rundown. That's your recap of the sacred text there. Give you some context.
That helps. I'm glad that we did that before everyone gets to see the scene, because this is the intro. So now they know what the hell they're getting into.
Oh, turn up.
Yeah. So now hands, sand, some
all
other
that,
stuff,
pocket sand,
some thugs,
all that.
Pocket sand.
Yeah. So it's there. You go. Everyone who ain't watching Naruto.
Or Naruto, as Michael B. Jordan calls it.
Naruto. There you go. That sounds Egyptian. Oh, powerful spirit Naruto.
All powerful Naruto.
Motherfucker, this Moon Knight?
I'm gonna be walking in New York City tomorrow, and there's gonna be a black man in purple garb yelling at me about Naruto. That's
Have you heard of Naruto? Yes, I have.
Well, I'm super excited to get into this. Love the energy, love the vibe, love everything that you do. Let's actually watch the scenes together, and let's get into the podcast. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Say it. Say whoop whoop. Say whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
There it is. He did it. You fucking did it.
I might as well go last. Let's do this. charm. I knew if I said I want to be last, I would be next. It is a form of reverse psychology.
Hooah! That's my student. Stay on your toes, Lee. All right, then. Begin.
Ah! Leap hurricane!
The sand! He's using it as a shield!
He's not doing it. It'll come to Gara's defense without his doing anything.
How is he doing it? He's not moving a muscle.
He's only using taijutsu. Why doesn't he get some distance? And use ninjutsu?
Lee has no ninjutsu or genjutsu skills at all. Lee has only his taijutsu to rely on. All right, Lee, take him off.
Really? Really?
Basic training equipment.
Totally cool!
Now I will be able to move freely.
Guy, you are too much. All right, now go!
Yes, sir!
So fast.
Amazing!
Gara's been hurt.
Impossible.
That's incredible.
I've never seen anyone that fast. I don't get it. Is he made of sand or what?
No. It's like he's wearing a suit of armor.
This guy's too much. He's got armor now?
Well, is that all? My speed will not be enough, but maybe with the Lotus.
That's right, Lee. What are you waiting for?
Primary Lotus! It is over. I got him.
No, I don't believe it.
Is he? That guy isn't dead, is he?
What?
What the? An empty shell!
But how? When you closed your eyes to pray, that's when he did it. village lotus blooms twice. But no, Guy, you didn't. Is able to open the 8 inner gates and use the hidden lotus? That's correct.
This match is over for you. It is over. One way or another. The third gate! Gate of light, open! The fourth gate! Gate of pain, open!
He's faster than ever.
Hiding behind that sand armor again, eh?
His muscles are tearing themselves apart.
The fifth gate! Gate of closing! Open! Are you watching, Neji? I was saving this ace in the hole to use against you!
He's in trouble.
Sand coffin. Now you die. But why? He failed. Why save him?
He's my student. And also because he is precious.
Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about our new collaborator, Toink Toys. They have a wide selection of, you guessed it, toys and other great collectibles. They have products from Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and everything pop culture. You could say they put the toy in Toink. So go check them out at toink.com and use our code Different Spectrums Podcast to get 10% off your entire order today.
And we're back again, spider style.
Spider. It's a fat spider. It's a big one. We're back and we're live. We're extremely live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of nothing. Only thing I can think of, my last client before this was like, Nas, why is your panda sideways? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, your panda behind you sideways. And I was like, oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just were like, I'm keeping it that way.
I'm gonna be real with you. I had this new guy come in for therapy, military guy, and I was like, I don't think the panda's the move. I was like, I'm gonna take this shit down. And then I put it back up sideways. It is what it is. Fucked up a lot of kids this week.
Yeah. Now everybody who watches is gonna be like, you ruined everything.
I know.
The show, can't watch it.
They're gonna be thrown off. All right.
That's why our views are down. All right. So, Tony, welcome to the show. Appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah.
So we would love to know, being a weirdo, what does that mean to you?
Yeah. So it's actually funny. I was having a conversation with someone today, and I was talking to them about weirdo. And
Mhm.
one of the pieces of critique that they gave me is they were like, I don't see a lot of weirdness in the character, even though the book is called Weirdo. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I buy that. I'll take that. I'm actually gonna sit with that and think about it for a little bit. I think for me, I define weirdness as a universal thing, everybody is weird. Like being weird just means being in opposition to the norm, and I don't think normal exists. So you like if you look at it through that lens, everybody is weird in some capacity. One of my like deepest belief systems is that normalcy is a prison that we all try to collectively trap ourselves in, and we think that we're doing it for the better of each other. Like, what is normal? Normal is what everybody else says is normal. But if you're trying to be normal and I'm trying to be like you because you're normal, and that guy's trying to be like me because I'm normal, none of us are actually achieving normalcy. We're all just trying to scrunch ourselves the closest into like a square shape that we can. And I think weirdness is deviation from that.
When did you realize you were weird?
They had to tell me, man. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. They'll get on you real quick. They'll get on you real quick. Let me tell you, you ain't gotta.
Did you wanna?
What?
How did that make you feel? Do you need me? Do you need some therapy right now? How did it make you feel?
Listen, my therapist, he be on me. He'd be like,
Good.
so is this 14-year-old Tony trying to express some things?
Facts.
And I'm like, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy controls my life way too much.
Yeah.
But like my hat, for example, everybody's like, why the hat? And I'm like, because I started making content during COVID, and in Atlanta, if they're gonna roast you, the first thing that they're gonna talk about is your hairline, and it was COVID, so I couldn't get my hair cut. So I didn't want the internet to show up and collectively roast my hairline, because the place where I grew up, it's the Wild Wild West. You walk outside, there are two boys. You hear the Western music, you hear the and the tumbleweed like rolls by, and they walk up and they, boy, if you don't sit your like it immediately, it's like that. So I found out that I was weird at a really young age. I was into stuff that other people weren't inherently into. I also looked at the world a little differently, and I don't even mean that in a like some transcendental, super intellectual sense. I just didn't understand social norms. And in many ways, I still don't. I don't understand why people behave the way that they behave. Like, I remember as a kid thinking to myself, like, I walked down the street. So I was like, how you doing? And I'm like, honestly, not too good. I'm having some trouble with blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And the person like keeps walking. And as a kid, I'm like, why would you ask me how I was doing if you didn't actually want to hear about how I was? I need to talk to someone. And it's stuff like that. It's like, why ask me how I'm doing if you don't actually care about how I'm doing? I think as a kid, I was very hypersensitive to the ways in which we're expected to perform or face consequences. And I could not perform. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on at all. And I tried to get things from stories, and that helped in some ways, but it also didn't help in some ways, because my father, Tony Weaver Sr., great guy, not a perfect guy. My dad would be like, my son needs to read, so I'm taking him to the bookstore. And I would go in the bookstore and I would find books, and my dad would be like, my son's reading. Great. What my dad would not do is look and see the explicit content advisory on the manga that I was reading.
Damn.
So at 12 years old, I'm reading like ecchi harem manga that should have been wrapped in plastic in the borders. And you read those books, and those books, it's like, well, how do you get the girl to like you? Well, you stare at her from far away for a couple of chapters, and then you profess your love to her in some public open manner. And she says yes, because you're an amazing guy. And then...
Is this not how you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Works for me.
She says yes, because you're an amazing guy. And then while you're trying to make things right with her, other equally beautifully women appear and cannot keep their hands off of you. That is what I was told. This is what is in the sacred text. So as a 12-year-old, I'm like, so this is how I attract the attention of the ladies.
Oh my God.
And that ain't how you do that. So yeah, that's a real long answer to your question,
Wild.
but I found out is the short answer. How did I know I was weird? I found out. They told me.
They told you. I'm not gonna lie. I heard this whole story and I took offense because you think you can read and you think you're better than me. I don't appreciate it.
There were pictures in there. There were
Yeah.
pictures.
Oh, there was. Oh
Scantily.
my god.
Scantily laced
My
women.
autism didn't catch
Just-
that one. I just caught that.
Hmm. Hey, what you reading about? I don't know. I don't know.
You read it for more than 10 minutes, you gotta buy it, you son of a bitch. Get out of here.
How do you get through the plastic so fast?
Oh my god. This is wild. Weirdo. Love it, man. Also,
Yeah.
kind of traumatic.
A little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yep. Welcome to the team.
Did
All
you
right.
find it healing for yourself to write about yourself?
I think it made me go back and look at younger me in a more kind light. Like it made me be nicer to myself. Because for me, I think something I'm really open about the fact that I attempted suicide when I was younger.
Okay.
That's what Weirdo covers. Like I attempted suicide when I was in the 7th grade. That's something that happens in the book in a really tasteful way, and we address it in a way that makes it appropriate, but not like kind of indulgent in the darkness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And for me, when I went back to write that time, it's like, well, if you're going to read a book about a character, you have to like kind of have this connection with a character. And when I thought back about 14-year-old me, about like 13, 12-year-old me, I'm like, I hated that kid. Why were you like this? Why did you act like this? Why couldn't you just like conform and comply? Like, dog, was it that hard for you to just play
Yes.
it cool? Jesus. Like, that was how I thought about it. That's how I felt about myself. So I go and I write this book, and if you want the book to be compelling, you have to kind of not hate your protagonist. And going and writing a story in which I have to look at my past and be like, you were just doing the best that you could with the information that you had at the time, bro. You were overstimulated a lot of the time. You got dropped into a lot of social situations that nobody taught you how to navigate, and you were just expected to know how things worked. And when you didn't, they were angry at you for not knowing, even though the system is ever changing and the concept of what's cool is always shifting and moving around. So it was cathartic for me to go back and learn to embrace and accept that kid. Because I think for a really long time, it was like, Tony, you tried to kill yourself. And I'm like, yeah. And that kid was weak, man. I don't know what's
Jesus.
wrong with that kid. Jesus, why would you let them do that to you? Why would you let them talk to you like that? You can stand up for yourself at all? Bro, come on. When I was in high school, that was how I felt. And even moving into college, that was how I felt. It was like, that man had a lapse in discipline. I don't know what was going on. He almost messed up the whole mission, but it's fine. I'm here now, and I am never going to be weak like that kid was.
Okay.
Was the thought that I had for a really long time. But as I got older, and especially in writing the book, I had to go back and be like, hey, man, that's you. That's a part of you. And that's also the kids that you want to help. You got to be able to see them for where they're at. And I think the book was super helpful for that.
Do you mind sharing? Because you shared that. That's pretty intimate. Did you end up seeking therapy, or did you have to get hospitalized for that attempt, or did you get
there was
therapy later on, medication? How have you navigated this shit on your own?
There was no hospitalization. And one thing for me is like consistent, like in the book and also just like across any talking that I do, I never explicitly say how I tried
Okay.
because kids be listening.
Yep.
And I don't need anybody to follow my bad example.
Yep.
But I attempted, it didn't work, and I literally like went to school the next day. And I'm in school like dissociating like crazy. I'm like, ugh, you can't even do that right. Damn it. I'm so upset. And I had an older cousin who was going to the same school as me. And we had a conversation where she could tell that something was off with me. And I think we were like talking, like we're going back and forth, and she's trying to get me to explain what's going on. I'm like, bro, like I don't even want to be here. And she's like, do you not feel well? Do you not want to be in school? I'm like, bro, I don't want to be here. Like, I do not want to be here. And man, I tried. Why am I still here? And my cousin went and told her dad called my dad. my dad came and got me out of school. And when I got home, my mom was on the phone with the suicide hotline in tears, trying to figure out what resources she could get me. And literally the next day, I was at an office. They were asking me a bunch of questions about self-harm and are there any guns in the house and all of those things. They recommended that I stay out of school for a bit. And my mom got me an appointment with a black child psychologist relatively quickly. His name was Dr. Quarles. As far as I know, he's still practicing. But I ended up in his office relatively quickly. And I think at first I was seeing him like every other week. And then it ended up like once a month. I think it went on about like that for about a year. And that was kind of the on ramp that was kind of the support that I had.
Nice. Okay. You good? Making sure you're good. I need to do a little check-in. You good, brother?
I'm all good.
I'm just making sure you're not dipping into any, weird stuff. If okay, you're good. All right.
My curse mark is coming out. It's like, no, I'm fine. I'm all good.
My demons. Thank you for sharing that, man. That'll actually help a ton of people. And besides that, I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad that I'm going to be funny. I'm glad that your dumb ass couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that you fucked that up too. Yeah, I've been there and many of my clients have been there. It's a sumbitch. So I'm glad you're here, brother.
I'm glad to be here. I think, I get the privilege to help people. And
Yeah.
I think when I look back at my experiences, there's something there's something that I appreciate about the darkness that I was able to experience, because you see kids, you work with kids, and like, obviously I'm not a therapist, right? Like I'm not a licensed therapist.
But you're therapeutic.
But there are people who have they have young kids that they care about that are in the dark, and they're like, all I want to do is get them out, man. Like I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I know that darkness very well. I know that area very well. I know exactly where the pit is. I know where you can get lost and stuck. I know that terrain very well. So it's like I navigated this really dark place, but what it feels like my purpose is to turn around and go back into that darkness for the people that are still there. And I think that's how I think about my writing and how I think about my work as a creative. I'm constantly putting on my hazmat suit. Where are you going? There's still someone in there. I'm putting on my fire suit. Where are you going? There's still someone in there. And when I can't breathe, I'm going to come back out and I'm going to breathe. But as soon as I can, I got to go back, because I can't stomach the idea of someone being stuck in there and nobody's coming for them. I gotta keep going back there until we get them out. And eventually you reach a point where people know how to help their friends that are in there. I think that's one of my favorite things about Weirdo. It's like, if you're struggling with it, that's one thing. If you're struggling with your mental health and self-esteem, but if you're not, the book is going to give you tips to help the people that are.
Yep.
So there's going to be somebody that's in there, and I don't know that they're in there. I'm only one dude. I'm somewhere playing Pokemon cards. I have no idea what's going on. But you do, because you're there, and now you can go in there and help. And that's what I feel like as a creative, it's my responsibility to do. Everything that I write, everything that I make, I'm like, bro, stories are life or death for me. Which every creative doesn't look at it in that way. Some people are like, listen, this is just a fun thing for me to do. And I'm like, that's great. There's validity in all of those points of view. But for me, when I sit down to write, power of life and death is in that pen. So it's very important to me that what I'm writing and what I'm making is going to be the thing that helps you make it out of the dark, because that's what kind of brought me to the medium. Even the scene that we just watched, I saw this scene after my grandmother passed away.
Okay.
And also post-suicide attempt. So for me, feeling extremely weak, feeling like I couldn't add up, I needed to see that. I remember like plain as day sitting on the carpet in my parents' room, seeing this scene play out. And my grandma, her nickname for me was Precious. So when he pops up and he's like, because he's my student and because he's precious to me, that means something to me, man.
Yeah.
And I try to write stuff that means something to people in the same way, I guess.
We're going to take a little bit of pause for a second.
Yes.
Yep. We're going to take a pause. That was intense, brother. We have people that get very emotional, very passionate on the pod all the time. I appreciate everything that you just said. I appreciate the martyrdom and kind of what you're doing, but you have this deep passion, but also responsibility. Hopefully that you're seeking consultation on this too, and making sure that you're not taking all the responsibility. But I know that pressure. I've also lost some students too, and that's a bitch. But make sure you're being always kind to yourself. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Love to see the realness in you. Holy shit, that was fantastic. You just gained a fan for life.
I'm grateful.
Homie, you were like fucking family now. I can't wait to tell people about who you are now. I did not see this coming, Spencer. I don't know if you saw that coming. That authenticity is all about what this podcast is about. Much love and respect for you and everything that you're doing. I don't give a shit if you don't do anything the rest of your life. Just the kindness that you showed us today and then walking us through some funny bits. You minus all the life-saving and the writing is awesome. Phenomenal. I'm glad you're here, brother. Yep, glad you're here. Don't give a shit what you do. That realness and rawness is what you probably used to get bullied about. The preciousness, all the stuff. But that's the reason why you're saving lives. So, fucking love it, my guy. Love it, love it. I just wanted to gas you up.
Love it.
I'm going to have everyone make sure they take a deep breath with us. Let's do a soft pivot. Spence, you got any good shit for us? I don't want to run away from a good moment, but then also I want to go back to the joy as well too. But that was fantastic, my guy.
Yeah. So let's talk about Nerds for Literacy. Let's talk about that, right?
My harebrained scheme.
Yes.
My fever dream idea.
You fucking con man. You want to see my pyramid scheme?
I get the money.
It's a scheme in like a good way.
Sure.
It's a good scheme. There are good schemes out there, right?
You get this
Robin
kid to
Hood,
sign up.
That was a good scheme.
Then that kid
right?
signs up 10 more kids, and that kid signs up 10 more kids. I'm a bitch.
It's like this kid learns how to read, and then this kid learns how to read, and then this kid learns how to read. Oh,
yeah, you learn.
They help their friends read, and
tell me a big word. Yes,
but you're only reading my shit. That's all you can read. My shit.
Well, I mean, that's how the United States education system treats the canon. And that's why literacy rates are as low as they are. Because it's what you just said. But you can only read what I tell you to read.
That's right. Only what we have in the library.
I don't want to get you in trouble for any shit, but that's some political ass shit too, right? And there's the reasons why they do that, to keep a lot of people dumb. And you got fucking McGraw or whatever that company is. It's the only shit. It's a fucking system. System was made on purpose to keep people dumb.
Nerds for Literacy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a bit about the initiative.
Let's do it.
And then I'll tell you about how it's my harebrained scheme. And that'll play into some of the education stuff that you just mentioned, because I have this core assumption that I think is going to play out in a positive way. So Nerds for Literacy is a charity initiative that I'm currently running. We're trying to raise $100,000 to donate 10,000 free books to kids in underfunded schools and libraries. So over 35% of schools in the U.S. don't have a school librarian. Just in general, they don't have a school librarian.
No, we didn't have one.
There are thousands of schools that don't have libraries at all. U.S. reading rates are the lowest that they've been ever. Like the youth literacy rate is the lowest that it's been. And also, literacy resources like the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and things like the Ready to Learn program are either having their budgets cut or they're being completely removed and shut down. So to me, as someone who, like you just saw, stories literally save my life. That's why I write stories, because I feel like they're life-saving. And the idea of a kid not having access to a book that's going to save their life, whether that's mine or someone else's, that wrecks me. I don't like that. That keeps me awake at night. And for me as a creator, The Uncommons was my first book. And we did The Uncommons on Webtoon. We did some
Webtoons.
print versions, and The Uncommons was independently made. And I thought it was a great book, but since it was independently made, even though we were moving thousands of units, I couldn't get it into a school or a library very easy. Librarians weren't really paying attention to it. And it's because a lot of the way that kids get books is via gatekeepers of the publishing industry. And gatekeepers of the publishing industry are hyper targeted towards traditionally published books. So if you're a librarian, you probably attend the American Library Association National Conference. ALA is an amazing organization. Librarians do great work. The American Library Association National Conference is normally sponsored by the large publishers. And the large publishers show up and over the course of one weekend, give out thousands of books for free. They say, hey, librarians, I got this book coming out in spring. It'll be great for your middle schoolers. Here, you get one, you get one, you get one. It's like Oprah. Everybody gets a book. So when librarians get back to their libraries and they go, well, I got limited budgets. What books are coming out this year or this season that I can get for my kids? Well, I was just at ALA and one of the big three publishers gave me a free book, invited me to a breakfast where I got to eat some amazing food and hear the author of this book talk. And then I got to sit in a line for an autograph and talk to the author of this book for 5 minutes. Guess what book you're going to buy? Not The Uncommons. I tell you that. It's not The Uncommons. It's The Uncommons. It's not going to be the one that you buy. So I said, I got to do traditional publishing just because the system is set up in a way that you only know how to hear voices that come from certain places. So I write Weirdo. Weirdo gets published by Macmillan, third largest publisher in the world. Macmillan says, we rock with you, bro. We about to put you on. I'm at ALA. I'm at NCTE. I'm at every major conference in which the gatekeepers of this space are. I'm doing professional development sessions with booksellers and librarians. I'm getting invited to libraries and doing school visits. Macmillan hooks me up. They're like, listen, we believe in you and we believe that this book can go out there. And Weirdo goes out there and we do really well. We sell out of our first printing in less than 6 weeks. We're moving into our third printing right now. And I was tracking the numbers. I'm like, we're actually doing really well. We're on track to be a New York Times bestseller. But then the New York Times bestsellers list comes out and there are books that sold less than me that are on the list, but my book ain't on the list. And I go to my agent. I'm like, what gives? What's going on? We did really well. And they say, the New York Times is not strictly sales. It's a curated list. So sales play a role, but someone somewhere with some formula that we don't understand makes a choice about what books are New York Times bestseller worthy. And that broke my brain a little bit because if I wanted to get Weirdo made into a show, the first thing they're going to say is, well, did it hit the bestsellers list? If a librarian is picking, well, what books are the most popular? Well, did it hit the bestsellers list? When the Scholastic Book Fair is like, what do we need to keep our eye on in order to distribute and have in the book fairs and they're like distribution? Well, did it hit the bestsellers list? So, when Barnes and Noble is like, well, what book are we going to have at the front of the store when you walk in where you don't even have to go look for it? It's right there. Did it hit the bestsellers list? All of these kind of behavioral things, these kind of social proofs that determine whether a book does well or not are not actually connected to the sales of the book. They are connected to how some random person that I don't know feels about me and the importance of my story on any given day. And in a world in which less than 5% of published authors are Black, and in the context of me, my publisher, they're the third largest publisher in the world. I love them. Weirdo was the first graphic novel by a Black male writer that they published since the year I was born. They don't see our stories enough to know what to do when they get there. And The Uncommons was kind of The Uncommons did really well. We literally made millions of dollars off of that series. I can't call it a failure in any capacity. It's great. But Weirdo was my way of going, okay, we're going to try to go above and beyond. I'm going to play the game with you. And what I found out was that You start playing the game, and they decide that they can change the rules whenever they want. And that got me really upset because I'm like, what about all the amazing stories that don't get to fit within this very linear frame of curation that you have, this window that's moving all the time? But also, what about the kids that need those stories? How do they get access to them? So I think an additional part of Nerds for Literacy is like we're combating the literacy crisis, but also we are shifting the way that book distribution at scale happens. It is a dream of mine to get to a place where we can say there are kids that are in need. They need stories like this. I don't care if you're indie, trad pub, if your publisher actually put marketing dollars behind you or not, if some random dude at the New York Times decided you were worth being on the list or not. I don't care about none of that. If the book is good and it's creating impact, we have a way to get it into kids' hands. And I think that's the harebrained scheme part of it. We're doing something really positive. We're providing resources, but we're also, I think there's a potential for this to be a wave that kind of democratizes the way that writers and stories can make it into kids' hands outside of this weird monopoly that the school and library system has.
Yeah. Have you seen the film American Fiction before?
Oh, have I?
Such a
Oh,
great-
have I?
Jeffrey Wright. What a guy. Love his acting. But yeah, that's just one of those films that really teaches you, well, it teaches other people that you really have to play the game. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the Black community have to dumb themselves down in order to actually sell or do whatever like certain publishers want you to do.
Yeah.
And that goes for a lot of things, but especially in that film, which was fantastic.
Was.
But
Yeah.
What else you
It's
guys? Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
I think like I wanted to make stories to support kids.
Yeah.
And then I found out, well, if you want to get the story to the kids, there's an entirely different monster that you have to navigate. And that's the publishing industry, but also the U.S. education system, specifically the U.S. literacy education system, which now goes back to what you were saying earlier about
All the stuff.
the way that the way that our reading education system was designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just paused right there. I was like, oh shit, is he about to say something else or is he thinking?
Oh no, I was leaving room for you.
Oh,
I
okay.
yap all the time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, like-
he just paused. I'm like, this motherfucker, is he having a psychotic break?
You know what? And he just tosses all of his mangas. He's like, fuck it. Just fuck it. All right.
I'm a white man.
Tony, no. Oh, there it is.
I'm serious.
He's a ginger, y'all. He's a ginger.
Fucking
From Colorado.
from Colorado. Oh, okay. Well,
From Colorado. Hmm.
Oh, Rocky Top. Is Rocky Top the Rocky Mountains? No, that's Tennessee.
Rockies? That's Colorado, fool.
Well, whatever. I'm not a geologist.
A geologist.
It's a geographer. I know.
Geologist.
Geologist.
There's bones in the mill.
You got anything else for us, Spence? Great question so far.
Yeah. I'd love to have this conversation of just what is it about nerd culture and also Black culture that just mesh so well together. I've always wanted to have this conversation. I think it's for me, I think it's a lot of it's outcast looking,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of the time people looked at nerds and they're like, ooh, you get away from me, right? And then the same could go for Black culture. And I just think that they mesh so well together. And then sometimes when you mesh those two together, you get just you get really bullied on both sides then, right? Because then on one side you get to just be nerdy and have all this fun, but then on the other side they look at your skin color and they go, we don't like you for that. What's your take on just Black culture and nerd culture just meshing so well together?
Well, for me, I think it's a partially that sense of otherness, but I also think it's agency.
Mm.
There was a point in time where the concept of being able to drink from the same water fountain was just as outrageous as being able to go outside and see a dragon. So if you look at it through that lens, it's like Black imagination to me is like the building block of Black joy. You imagine circumstances under which you can be happy before those circumstances become reality. So, nerddom to me is imagination incarnate. If I walk up to you and I say, "There's a dragon outside," and you go, "How big is it? What color are the scales? Can it fly? Is it one of the fire breathing dragons, or is it kind of just chilling with a hoard of treasure?" I think nerddom is imagining, whether we're like in a guild about to go what is it? Oh, I know what it is. Whether we're in a guild about to go fight like a manticore or something. I had to dig deep for that one. I was like, what's other than dragon? Manticore, Groot slang.
There you go.
Or if I'm in the future and I'm a robot that holds a hard drive that could save the rest of humanity, this ability to imagine, I think that's crucial to the Black experience. I think that's what moves Black culture forward for like the entirety of our existence as people. Imagination has been a core part of our circumstances. It's been a core thing that drives what we do and the way that we're able to influence culture. So I think that's where a big overlap happens.
How have you dealt with being, as an adult, nerd and Black, as an influencer being a nerd and Black? Because we know most of the influencers are fair skinned.
I think I try to just stay in my lane.
Okay.
There are certainly systemic things at play, and I'm like, this is true. When I get online to make content, I can't turn on my camera and say, "Come with me while I get ready to go to Starbucks," and it like blow up. I can't do that. That's just not. I do not have that privilege, but that's fine. I spend much less time looking at what other people are doing and more time just talking about the stuff that I want to talk about.
Facts.
Because I will toot my own horn for a little bit. I think that when I'm in my own lane and I'm operating in the center of my zone of genius and fully embracing my confidence, no one else can make what I make. So like, I'm like, I'm not really concerned about what y'all are doing, or if you're doing the same thing that I'll be doing, because I don't think you're capable of doing the same thing that I do. It's actually a point in time when I started making content, the people are like, "Why are you rhyming all the time?" And I'm like, so that it's a challenge. That's all. I don't do it to challenge myself. I would actually get really bored if I just got in front of the camera and spoke regularly, because speaking, especially public speaking, is something that comes really easy for me. The rhyming, it makes it feel a little bit more rhythmic. Like it makes it more fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, the engaging conversations that we're having are conversations that I'm so well versed in. They don't feel engaging for me unless I make a game out of it. That's how in my lane I am. For Nerds for Literacy, I did a parody of the Wicked song "Defying Gravity" called
Saw that.
"Supporting Literacy," and
saw that.
I had post-it notes with scribbled in green marker, pasted and taped all over my body as a substitute for green skin. And I didn't have a black hat, so I taped down one of the horns on my hat and tilted it to the side, and then put a do-rag on so that it would pop up like a witch hat. And I remember doing this to be like, no one else is gonna do this.
No.
No one else is doing this.
So what happened? What made you like this, man? It was the vaccines? I'm sorry.
It was the Naruto, that dang Rock Lee.
Gotcha. It got me again.
fucking-
That darn Naruto.
Them Asians trying to take over America. I tell you, them motherfuckers, damn it. Mm-hmm. That's pure sarcasm. I swear to God, I'm not racist. I know. I'm just saying. That's what white people are saying, Spence.
You're not wrong.
So
That
I
is
say it.
a narrative that I've heard.
See? I know. I speak of the truth.
Encouraging.
Learn from me. Jesus. I'm an idiot. Okay.
So speaking of public speaking, like, at what age did you find out like you were actually good at public speaking?
I took a gamble in the 9th grade. I had a teacher named Miss Hicks, Ms. Hicks gave us an assignment. I didn't do the assignment. We were supposed to write it down and also do a presentation. Like the assignment was a presentation, but you could read from your notes. And I didn't do the assignment, so I didn't have notes. And I sat in the back of class while everybody else went formulating my point or my idea, seeing if I could get it to a point of fidelity where I could thread the needle and speak off the cuff for 3 minutes in a way that's convincing enough for her to think that I actually memorized this speech and just didn't do my notes. And I did it, and I got a perfect score. She was really impressed. I said, oh, interesting. But I think I get it from my mom, though.
Okay.
My mom's a first-generation college student.
Awesome.
She's worked in public education for over 30 years. And it has ended up in a lot of rooms where her intelligence is because she's Black.
Yep.
So my mom, for my mom, excellence has never been an option. She always has to show up the best in each room that she walks in. And she works a lot. So when I get home from school, my mom's on the phone. And I'm sitting doing my homework, and my mom's on the phone, and she's taking this phone call. She's taking this phone call. She's moderating meetings. She's having very important political and business conversations. And I'm just a kid soaking all of that up. So my vernacular and my leadership style, I kind of learned from my mom via proxy because I heard her speaking all of the time.
Look at that. He got parents teaching him all the good stuff. He got the dad taking him to buy books. What I got my dad doing? I got him trying to teaching me how to like con people out of shit. You know, shout out to dad. You know, this is how you get them, son. What?
I mean, you could use that for a career in sales. Go work on Wall Street. I hear they scam people all the time.
To be fair, I went into a career where all I do is manipulate people into loving themselves. So trust me, I'm using the skills. I'm using the skills.
You love yourself, don't you? Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, my therapist we'll be having conversations sometimes, and I'll be like, I see what you're doing.
See, you know what's Tony, you know what's fun is I'll ask clients, you know what I'm doing, right? And they're like, nah. I'm like, you don't see what I'm doing, right? Nah. And so my boy he told me today, he said he went to his wife last week and he said, he trapped me. She's like, what do you mean? And then she explained it, and she's like, yep, therapists will do that. They'll trap the shit out of you in your own words. It's my favorite thing to do is trap
that's
people.
why I'm a tricky client, because
Okay.
I'll see
You
it
see
coming
it.
from a mile away. I'll be like, oh hey, not
You ain't gonna get inside my brain, white woman. Oh my God. Sorry.
You better watch yourself.
I did a presentation with the military the other day, all the cadets. And I guess after I left, right, the lieutenant colonel, right, high up in the military, I was teasing and making fun of him, trying to psychologically break him down based off some stuff he said, right? He said some funny stuff. And he tells all the cadets, he can't get into my mind, that son of a bitch, and right? And he talks all this shit. I'm like, I already was in there. I scared him into saying that.
I'm already knowing.
I'm already
knowing.
He thinks I know.
Bruh, I was in there. Love it. All right. Also, it sounded funny when I said I love trapping people. That was kind of weird.
I mean, you could just abbreviate it. You just be like, I love trapping. Put some Migos on it.
There you go. Love selling those drugs.
Trap.
Here we go.
Trap.
We sell dopamine over here, my friend. We sell dopamine.
One of these days, there is going to be one of these days, I will find a cohesive way to talk about how growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, in many ways, one of the prominent rap capitals of the United States, almost every productive thing that I do in my brain is coded as like trapping. It's like, what are you doing? I'm in the lab. I'm mixing up. Let me cook.
Get that stir fry. All
Yes,
right.
exactly. Exactly.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
And then I walk out with like a piping hot manuscript, and they're like, man.
A manuscript. Oh, that's a thing for the book. That's right. I'm slow. I was like, manuscript. Who are you trying to shoot? That's something else.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. What are those called? Manifestos. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
sorry.
When we were marketing Weirdo, I called it a mental health manifesto. My publicist was
No.
like, "Don't do that."
Don't do
Oh,
that.
no.
My publicist was
No.
like, "Don't, hey, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey,
That's a no word in the marketing industry. Please don't. Please don't. You'll get in the news,
just
but
a-
for something you
something
don't
totally
want.
different."
Is this the Little Red Book? What is this? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So what would you? So is Rock Lee your favorite manga character ever? Anime character? Who is your favorite anime
Who-
/ manga character?
Who is your Black Jesus?
There's a guy named Kamina from a show called Gurren Lagann.
Okay. Okay.
That I rock with pretty
All right.
heavy.
That's pretty dope.
He's a big brother figure.
Okay.
And Kamina's catchphrase is he has a character named Simone that he's a mentor to, and what he tells Simone is, you think that like you're a failure, that you can't succeed. And the reason that you're messing up is because you're listening to yourself. Stop listening to yourself because you don't believe in you. Don't believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you. Because you believe in me, right? And I believe in you. So believe in the me that believes in you. And I'm like, wow, he got him. Trapped him. Got him.
I'm in love with the Coco. I'm sorry.
It's like he got him. I think that message is really important to
Hell
me because
yeah.
obviously that evolves throughout the course of the show into like believe in the you that believes in you. And there's something about that belief. It's interesting. Gurren Lagann is not my favorite anime. I wouldn't even put Gurren Lagann in my top 5, but Kamina as a character, really important to me.
My guy, he just explained what it is to be like a good person, a good mentor, a good professor, a good coach, a good therapist, right? A good caregiver is, I say that shit all the time. You believe in me, huh? But you're a piece of shit, but your wife loves you. They all say you're good people. So you're saying they're stupid. What you're telling me is they're fraudulent. You know, I'm a horrible worker. I'm a horrible PhD student, but your professor, who's one of the top fucking scientists in the world, says you're awesome. So you're saying he's an idiot and that you conned him. You're so smart that you conned him into being smart, that you're smart. I love telling people that, man. I love that you brought that up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Believe in me that believes in you.
Yep.
You know, you say that slow enough and a few more times, I mean, you can get someone to cry.
Yeah.
I need you to believe in me.
Yeah. I
That
cried. I
believes
cried a
in
lot.
you.
Why'd you go Tropic Thunder? Why'd you
really went Robert Downey
believe
Jr.
in the
there.
me? Believe in the me.
I'm
that
a
believes
dude
in
playing
you.
a dude disguised as another dude.
No, I'm a dude that believes in a dude, believing in a dude, believing in another dude.
I just want to be black. That's all it is.
Please. Please. My skin is so close.
It's so close. I get treated horrible. All right, go ahead.
There he is.
Stop putting on the
He's
white.
back.
Oh, what's your white name?
Conan.
Maximilian.
Maximilian. Max.
Maximilian.
Maximilian Ignatius Chesterfield III.
I knew it was going to be
My
the third. It's always the
My
third.
friends call me Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Wow.
Yeah, my father has a company called Ignatius Industries. He inherited it from my grandfather, and I will soon inherit Ignatius Industries.
I
That's my
have
name.
so many questions. I feel like
Passed down through
I
all
didn't,
the
I'm not. Just so you
Ignatiuses.
know, I'm not coming up with this off the top of my head. This is my lore.
This is a real character.
it is.
This is one of my side personalities.
It's fine.
Just one.
Maximilian Ignatius. Yeah.
I mean-
the others, they don't play very nice. They come out later.
Well,
I
that's
feel
the
like-
Atlanta side coming out.
I feel like there's a lot of bad stuff going on in that company. I feel like there's some plantations in that company, but I'm not going to go too far.
Jesus.
In Ignatius Industries, they definitely
Yeah.
profit in textiles.
Yeah,
They
they definitely profited. I'm gonna be real with you. I could feel you just hating us on the
Their
podcast.
tagline. Their tagline. It's just Ignatius Industries. We own them. Hmm.
Oh my
What are
god!
they talking about there?
Oh, with that smile too, Spence. With the,
Just we own 'em.
you know, what do you own? The entire book industry. We're gonna keep your kids
Sure.
dumb.
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
we don't. Anywho,
Any last questions? Or you want to do the movie? Because I know we're running out of some time here.
let's just do the show.
Let's do the show. Okay.
All right, let's just do the show. So what? Actually, I don't want to start with that. I don't want to start with that. Out of all the episodes and all the things you could have picked
All the things.
in Naruto,
All the things.
what about this scene really touched you?
This scene.
I think that Rock Lee fight
Mhm.
is impactful for me in a lot of different ways because I think so. I'm going to put myself out here. We're on the Different Spectrums podcast.
We're on the spectrum here, baby.
See, you say that, ain't nobody told me nothing.
Oh,
Okay,
you're autistic
I
as
don't.
shit.
Ain't nobody told
Hey,
me nothing.
I
I'm
just-
the most typical of neuros
Stop.
that you can ever.
You need to stop. You need just give me $1.
With that background?
With that background, dude, just give me $1 so I can take you on as a client. Just $1 as a retainer. I'll hook you up.
One time I was at an event with I was at an event and there was a woman there and her whole job was running a nonprofit to help autistic youth develop life skills. And she said, I would love for you to come talk to my kids because it would be great for them to hear from someone else that's on the spectrum. And I did like a slow turn. It was like, who? And she was like, you not autistic? And I was like, no. And she was like,
I'm just black.
are you sure? She goes, are you sure? And I have this weird thing happening where like, here's what my mom says. Keep in mind, my mom's a nice lady. My mom says, I can always tell who you gonna be friends with because it's something wrong with all of y'all. My mom refers to me and my friend group as an island of misfit toys. I'm
My God.
I'm at school.
Like from
I
Toy
meet
Story?
a guy.
The ones that are all
Yeah.
mutilated?
No, that's
The ones from the Rudolph movie.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Oh,
Reindeer.
I thought it was
man.
like from Toy Story. The ones that are all beaten to shit by
No.
Sid.
The Island of Misfit Toys, all of them got something that's a little off, but they got their own little society and they hang out on the island. They don't really bother nobody for real.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like I went to college, I made a friend, and I was like, this is my boy for real. I love this guy. This is like one of my best friends. And he was like, I have Asperger's. And I was like, oh, come on. Literally as recently as last week, I went to an influencer event. I met a group of influencers. I met a guy. It's my first time meeting him in person. I was like, this guy is so cool. He just gets it. He understands. We're like going back
Yeah.
and forth. And I'm like, what's your app, man? I need to follow you. And I go to his Instagram and right there in the bio, autistic. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
It's okay,
See a
man.
little puzzle piece. You're like, shit.
Puzzle piece.
I am the most neuro of the typical. However, I think that Rock Lee trying to accomplish something in a world where he only has one of the three things that you've been told you need to be
Oh.
successful. That to me feel like because think about it. Jutsu is a physical thing, right? So like you make the argument that like this is how your body works, but your brain's a part of your body. So it's like everybody else's bodies work like this and let them do all of these things. I don't know nothing about that, bro. I got these. That's what I got. I got the thing that I can actually do. And I'm just gonna have to make that work for me. And I think that that's a significant part of my mindset. One thing for me, I entertain no delusions about what I'm bad at. I went to a school called Elon University. At Elon, our theater program accepts 16 kids a year.
Oh.
I got accepted as one of the 16 kids out of thousands of people that audition. And I looked around at my peers in the acting department and the musical theater department. And on the musical theater side, my school pumps out Broadway level performers every year. Grant Gustin, who plays the Flash, he left school before graduating to go play the Flash. people from my school are in Hamilton, Beauty and the Beast, like just about every Broadway show you can think of. Elon is up in there, boy. And I remember sitting there being like, I cannot compete with you evenly in an audition pool. I cannot sing. I cannot dance. I can only act. That is the only thing that I can do. So if I want to compete with you, I got to figure out how to make my writing work really well for me. And a lot of stuff in my life path has literally been, I can't sing and I can't dance, but I can write. So I will I will use the technique, and we'll both end up in the same room, and it'll be great. So that's why I like bringing it up. I'm like, I think this concept of everybody else can do this thing and I can't, but I'm still gonna sweep them. No, that's my type of energy.
Also, with this scene, he uses his somewhat, they say, a disadvantage
Yep.
as his advantage, because people don't know that he has all those weights on him,
Yep.
and he's not at his full capacity or his full power, ready to fight. And then so once you're ready to actually show your full power, then boom, you take those weights off.
He goes into the flow state. Now, here's my hot take. The weights, like they're there as like a training mechanism, right? He's walking around weight down. I truly believe that, like, for me in particular, the weights are like definitely white supremacy. Like the weights are like white supremacy and just about every systemic structure that is holding me down. And I'm like, ooh, if we get in this arena, here's what you don't understand, bro. I have been operating encumbered for my entire life, okay? I've been operating with this weight bearing down on me for my entire life. But if you get in a ring with me and I enter the flow state where I can move those barriers out of the way in the context of this specific conversation that we're having, or this specific way that we're competing, you're done. You're finished. And I think in publishing, that's how I feel about my writing. Like, I think I'm okay at many things. I think I'm a great writer. And I say that with full appreciation and confidence and as little arrogance as possible. I'm like, there are a lot of things that I'm bad at, but if you were to put a gun to my head and say, Tony, name the top 10 writers writing in children's media right now, my name would be up there. And it's not just because it's me. I'm like, I understand perspectives a lot and can craft compelling stories really well. Why? Because I haven't felt human for majority of my life. For a significant amount of my life, I felt like an alien having to cosplay what it means to be human. I observe every bit of you flesh bags. The difference between an awkward smile and a real one, the tone that your voice takes on when you want someone to be afraid versus when you want somebody to feel comfortable. I had to study what it meant to be a human being just so that I could make it through school without getting beat up. So when it's time for me to go write, yes, I understand human nature. I've been in this thing like Steve Irwin. We now observe the human in their natural habitat. This is a very strange mating custom that they do. It involves flowers and balloons. They both die, but they expect the love to live on.
The voice isn't there. Spence, I feel like you can do the voice. Spence is good at voices. Can you do the voice?
I don't want to do my Australian. I can't do my Australian. It just it'll turn British and then it'll turn like fucking Norwegian.
Oh, okay. Because Spence be doing them voices, boy. Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off. So
yeah,
why'd you have to use the word flesh bags? I'm sorry. You know I'm fucking perverted.
I mean,
boy,
I thought
you laid on my flesh bag,
I said
boy.
flesh bags, and you're like, I gotta get caught up on Dandanon. I gotta catch up.
On my,
why are they trying to steal his balls? I don't understand. Why are his balls gold? And then why are they magical? Will they have ever explained it?
I hope somebody's asleep and then they wake up to that part. Like, what is golden balls?
I don't understand. Everyone's trying to steal his banana. They literally say banana.
To keep us on track, what I will say
Okay.
is I like this scene specifically around the weights
Is
because
there any bananas?
Oh my god. Anywho, Tony, keep going with your
Wait,
thought.
I'm so sorry, Tony. I'm so sorry.
Can't have no good guess on. Can't have nobody.
I can just hear them say the words. Oh, I'm done.
I
I'm
think
done. Go ahead, Tony.
the weights can be metaphors for whatever is holding you back.
Facts.
And for me, there are many things completely outside of my control that hold me back that I can't control. It's not my fault that Black writers account for less than 5%
Wild.
of all traditionally published authors. Therefore, when I send you a story about Black kids, you're concerned about the marketability. And you say it's the marketability, but it's not the marketability of the book. It's your ability to market. And now me and my people and our stories and our stuff got to get held back because you don't know how to do your job. That's a weight. And I like the concept of taking those off and showing these folk who you are and how you really roll.
I love it. So who's your favorite character in this thing? Is it the teacher or is it the kid or both? Because you are both. You are both of them.
I think definitely Lee, because there's a discipline that he has, and that's something that I aspire to. My dad's a really disciplined dude. I'm lazy. I'm real lazy. So I think I aspire to reach that level of discipline.
Spencer's like, motherfucker, you rich as hell. How are you
Really?
lazy?
You wrote 2 books already.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing.
Could have wrote 10.
I could have
I'm
wrote
so
Sam.
lazy. I'm so lazy that if I don't want to do something, I will create entire systems to prevent me from doing the thing that I don't want to do. So
You're gonna have to
I don't
explain
like
this.
waking up early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the concept of a 9 to 5 where I have to be up at 6:30 or 7 in order to be able to go to work, I don't want to do that. So I'll start an entire company, build a revenue model, get clients, build a product, sell the product, scale the product, expand my team, get a workforce, train my team, put managers in place. I'll build that entire ecosystem just so I can wake up at like 11 and be fine. Cause I don't want to get up at 7:30 in the morning, at 6:30 in the morning. It's like, I'm lazy. So if I like, it's not about what do I want to do? It's like, what do you don't want to do? If he doesn't want to do the thing, he'll move heaven and earth to make it so that he doesn't have to do the thing.
My guy, what is a normal day for you look like? You sleep until 11. You know,
I play Apex Legends until 2 a.m. every day, and boy, is it great.
Apex Legends. Okay, we're Fortnite.
I get on Apex Legends.
Okay,
I play Apex Legends with my boy, who also has a wonky job that lets him show up whenever.
how's his autism?
I wake up. He swears he don't. He was like,
Stop.
He was like, oh no.
Stop.
He was like, I am not one of you.
Oh, what do you mean, you people?
What do you mean one of you?
What do you mean,
Like,
you people?
I am not one of you. I'll wake up at like 11 and I'll check to make sure nothing's on fire. As long as nothing's on fire, my agent has likely sent me an audition that is due by noon. Okay. So I go to my booth in the basement and I record my auditions by noon. At noon, I check in with my assistant and they have a list of things for me that need to get done. And I send them voice messages and like basically what they need for that list. Then I go link up with my comms person. We discuss what script is getting posted that day. I write it, I film it. And while he's editing it, I handle my actual task. I approve it, it gets posted. And then I go to my to-do list and I chug away at it in between calls until roughly 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And then I eat. And then I work a little bit more, spend time with my beloved. And then I play Apex Legends until 2 in the morning.
Oh, there's a beloved. Good for you.
What a life. Yeah, she's afraid. She doesn't like people.
I'm glad it's a real person, right? It's not like a teddy bear or something, right?
It's not a body pillow. She's a real person.
It's what you gotta ask, man. You gotta ask.
Just making sure.
It's a real human flesh bag.
Her name's Tabitha. She's great. She's real soft.
She's afraid of she's afraid of people. My audience is a little so she don't be like she doesn't like to be in front of people.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep your privacy, as we call it.
I had a question about something, and then I done lost it. It was about his daily
body pillows.
That was fun.
Pillows.
Yeah, let me know what that body pillow is. I don't know if you heard that shit or not, but I thought it was funny.
I definitely said body pillow.
You did. Let me know the name of that company. I don't know. There was a question. It was going to be about his daily activities or rituals, but I had lost it. It was about neurodivergence in the companies. It's completely fine. Pause. So every time you watch this show, are you really diving into like that character and identifying what they're doing, or no, it's just certain scenes, or what's the vibe when it comes to like obviously the show and all the scenes for you? Like, how does it hit
Naruto in general?
Yeah, how does it hit you?
This is my DNA, man.
That's what I figured.
I think Naruto was like, you know how everybody says there are 3 decisions for a nerd, or okay, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be a little controversial. If you clip this, people might get a little upset. Okay, I just want to put that out there. So I think that if you are a nerd that grew up in, like, if you were born in the late 90s, there are 3 decisions in your life that are very important. Everybody already knows the first one. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander. That's the first one. That's a very important choice. Second, which of the big 3 becomes your hyperfixation? Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach? You can always tell which one it was. You can always distinguish the Bleach people from the Naruto people from the One Piece people. I was a Naruto person. Naruto was my thing. I was hitting hand signs and running with my arms behind my back. That was okay.
It's so autistic.
And not at all.
So
super neurotypical. What are you talking about?
All the normies do it. All right.
The most neurotypical person.
On the
As a matter of fact,
field.
I was at the neurotypical mixer yesterday, and everyone knew my name. Everyone knew about me at the neurotypical
yeah, because
mixer.
it's the special ed kids came on the yellow short bus.
They know me over there. Now, the third very important pick is My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, or Panic at the Disco. Ooh. If you talk to any alt kid that was born in the late 90s, around between 2004 to 2006, we got From Under the Cork Tree, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, and Welcome to the Black Parade at the same time. And you liked all of them, but everybody picked one. Everybody picked one where it was like, I know all of their names, and I know when Gerard Way was born, and I know Pete Wentz's belt size, all that, all that.
Oh, you knew his size. You don't know.
I was a Fall Out Boy.
Hey,
still am.
He's also a brother. He's a brother. So hey, I'm all with Pete.
Which is crazy.
I know you. I never I love Fall Out Boy. Love him. Seen him live multiple times. Never fucking knew until recently that Pete Wentz was actually black. I didn't know.
Did you see that reel I sent you about that NBA player, the center for Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
And he's a brother
so
too.
So much for Stardust video.
Yeah.
The what?
He knew.
You always know your people.
How does it stick on your
Diesel,
head?
I have a list.
How does it stick on your head? You have magnets on
there?
there?
It's my natural hair. What do you mean? How does it stay on my head? It's my natural hair.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what type of integration you agreed to.
Schools in Africa. Yeah.
He builds schools in Africa? Is that from the Elon school I heard about?
Crazy.
I know.
That Tesla school.
What's wild is that we do live in a world where I could be like, I went to Elon University, and someone's going to be like, he skipped college and started watching Elon Musk vlogs. What?
Facts. That's what I thought.
It's a real school. It's a real school.
Sure.
Okay? It's cool.
That's that blue pill. Okay.
The steak tastes delicious. All right. Anyways, so now we're getting back into just Naruto. I just have like a couple more questions. What would you say is your defining? No, I don't want to ask that. What do I want to ask? Fucking A. Man, this is the first time I'm actually fucking
A little tism moment.
blanking on
That's
questions.
fine.
You got any questions now? While I'm thinking about it.
I got actually something. So we've had a lot of fantastic guests in this podcast. We've had professional athletes, football, skateboarding, rugby, soccer. It's been fantastic. We've had tons of creators, therapists, black, brown, trans, non-binary, all the stuff. And so right now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how in the hell did your ass come on this podcast? Because how did it get? Because you had multiple levels they had to get past before you came to us, and you were like, you know what, I'll do this. So how did they approve it? And then how did you approve it? And did you look at any of our shit? Or you know what? These guys look pretty autistic. The one's definitely white and the other one's ambiguous. I like the bald guy's vibe. What was, they both have beards. I know you like.
Why is everybody gotta like your vibe? The fuck are you coming out with?
I said Arbs.
You said your vibe.
Oh, whatever. So how did we get past the levels? Because I want to know. I'm surprised.
I thrive on accessibility. I think there will come a point in time in which, for my general mental health, I am reclusive. When I go to conventions, if I'm I was at Anime NYC a couple of weeks ago, and I am deeply grateful and happy and appreciative for everyone who said hi to me in Anime NYC. But it was a running joke because I'd be walking somewhere with my friends and someone would be like, "Are you Tony Weaver?" I'd be like, "Yeah." And they'd be like, "Can I take a picture?" I'd be like, "Sure." And while I'm taking a picture with them, someone else shows up, and then someone else shows up, and then someone else shows up. And my friends will they'll be like, "He'll be right here. Well, let's go do what we need to do." Yep. They'll leave and they'll come back, and half an hour will have passed, and I am in the exact same spot. Taking pictures. And I'm like, frankly, that's fine, because the world is full of people that want nothing more than to be heard. So the idea that someone would pop into my world, hear me, and resonate with what I say enough to want to pop up and say hi during a time when they see me, that's deeply humbling to me. That doesn't bother me at all. So when I get requests for podcasts and stuff like that, I'm like, are they crazy? I'm like, let me go check. Let me see. Are they well? They're not about to be asking me about chemtrails, are they? And once I check that, and it's like, okay, these are people that actually talk about stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because making a podcast is a lot of work. So if you do I'm lazy. I don't have a podcast for that exact reason. It's a lot of work. So if you go through all the effort to put a podcast together, especially a podcast centered around talking about mental health and neurodivergence, and in the midst of that journey, you hear the name Tony Weaver Jr. and go, man, it'd be cool to talk to that guy. Then I'm like, why wouldn't I be there? That works. I'm down. I
just wondered, right? Because I just, sometimes even Spencer, he gets people to come on, and I'm like, how? I know we're good, and everyone says we are fantastic, and this is one of the coolest unmasked pods they've ever done. It's warm, it's welcoming, it's authentic, it's real.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, but aren't all the podcasts like this? And they're just like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was just wondering. So you're like, fuck it, I'll give these guys a shot. Their flesh bags look okay.
I think I think I enjoy being in conversation with people about the things that I'm passionate about. So
love it.
You get a chance to talk about your passions. Turn up. I love that.
Last question for me, and then I'm ready. We can get up out of here.
Yeah.
What are you going to do after this? So not career wise, right after this, a lot of talking, a lot of shit talking, some big emotions. Do you need to throttle down for the night? You just going to play video games? What's the vibe after this? What do you think you need after this?
I gotta get in the lab. Too many books. A lot of books going on. I had a meeting today that went really well, but I got some homework for. I owe somebody a follow-up email. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this right now, and hopefully it'll work out in my favor, and we can reference it later. The new Sonic Crossworlds game comes out in a few weeks, and I managed to get a hold of the influencer manager at Sega. So I'm trying to get me some Sonic Crossworlds. They need to send me some extreme gear, okay? I love Sonic Crossworlds.
Love it. So you got work to do after this, so you ain't going to sleep early tonight.
I need that. I am ready.
But he's lazy. You see
very much so I am.
You see the trap that I laid there, right?
I'm very lazy because
Shut
it's like,
up.
why are you doing this? Because I don't want to be jealous
Stop.
when my friends get Sonic Cross Worlds. So I gotta go get Sonic Cross Worlds for myself. There's a
You're such a
collectible
dirtbag.
figure, okay? There's a statue of Sonic and Shadow in their cars, and they're the fastest things alive. So why they even need cars? I don't know, but if they didn't, we wouldn't have a game. So I need that.
Mysticism is blowing
Of all the
up.
characters in the world, let's give Flash a van. Like, why? He's fast.
I need that.
He needs somewhere to sleep. Yep. Well, I'm good, man. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Long day, but this was a magnificent way to end my night.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And Tony, we just want to say thank you for coming on the show and being vulnerable, being yourself, right?
Yeah.
Being yourself. We've had guests and they are themselves, but then we've had those who are like kind of protective, which is fine. But we really appreciate you coming on, just being yourself, being vulnerable, and having these conversations with us. Because you know what? Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do.
Well, I'm really grateful for you all's time and the opportunity. Thank you.
Of course. All right. With that, I mean, go check out Tony Weaver's stuff. I mean, do you want to have any plugs you want to do? Even though they probably already follow you, but hey,
I'm
go
at
do it.
Tony Weaver Jr. on everything, but go to nerdsforliteracy.com.
Yes, please donate. Yes, because it's very important. Very important.
Go
Yes.
to nerdsforliteracy.com.
No, we'll be posting that link and then promoting that. And it'll be on the stuff that we take. It'll be on everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Everything. All right. With that, I'm Spencer. That's Nas, Different Spectrum Podcast.
All right, everyone. Much love. And remember, take care of yourselves.
Or don't.
It's completely up to you. Peace.